Leadership Matters made its way into your living rooms and quickly became appointment television. Indeed, this live call-in program is a huge success, not only on TV, but also on radio and on social media. As you all know, Leadership Matters went on hiatus in the run-up to the June 5th election, and its return to the airwaves has been very highly anticipated. So tonight, I am happy to say that the wait is over. Tonight, the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris, who is also Minister of National Security, will discuss the general security of the nation. You would recall that during the May 12th edition of Leadership Matters, Prime Minister Harris said that at this moment, the country needs all hands on deck. It needs serious people for these serious times. Two of the professionals helping to spearhead the serious efforts by the government to build a stronger, safer future for the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis are joining the Prime Minister tonight. They are National Security Advisor, retired Major General Stuart Saunders, and Commissioner of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, Mr. Hilroy Brandy. Welcome. I now invite Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris to deliver his opening remarks, after which the Police Commissioner, then the National Security Advisor, will make brief remarks.
Thank you very much, Val, and good night to all our viewers by whatever media one has chosen to tune in to this very important forum. As the Press Secretary outlined, Leadership Matters was intended to bring the leadership of the country to the front line as part of our agenda of accountability, and to have the leaders speak to the people, and the people raise those issues which were of concern to their lives. We had a break, as was outlined, just before the general elections, which were held on the 5th of June, 2020. And in this regard, since this is our first return to this forum, I want to place on record my own personal gratitude to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, and the electorate in particular, for giving a resounding victory to the Team Unity movement and returning the Team Unity administration to office to continue and to deliver on the safer and stronger future which we promise. The elections are still fresh, and the statistics perhaps should be repeated. The Team Unity won a landslide 9 out of 11 electoral seats on St. Kitts and Nevis. Team Unity received a swing of just around 6% of the votes. We won constituency number 3, and I want to commend Mrs. Akila Byron Nisbet, who brought that home where it rightfully belonged, to the People's Labour Party, where Labour values are practiced. St. Christopher 3 is a seat that has never, before the elections of 2020, been outside of the fold of the Labour Party, hitherto the Workers' League. And Akila brought it home with a commanding swing of 6.6%. We won St. Christopher 2, which was held by Marcella Liebert 10 years previous, and that came to Team Unity with a swing of 5.1%. I want to commend Mr. John L. Powell, who brought that seat home to Team Unity. The CCM brought the 3 seats in Nevis, Nevis 9, Nevis 10, and Nevis 11. Special commendation, of course, I must give to my constituents in St. Christopher, Devon, who gave me some 1,870 votes versus 607 to my opponent. It was the largest and the best performance that my constituents have returned since 1993. So I owe them a special debt of gratitude, which I shall work hard to repay during this term. In constituency number 6, the Labour stronghold, there was a swing against Denzil Douglas of around 16%, and Denzil Douglas lost over 1,000 voters between the two elections. Labour, I'm advised, managed about 10,455 votes, compared to Team Unity's 15,298. This then represents a significant development from 2015, when Team Unity won a majority of seats but lost on the popular votes. If the calculations are correct, since 2010, Labour has lost over 2,000 voters. This has been the Labour Party's worst percentage on record since 1952. So for those who are interested in history and statistics, there's quite a lot to think about in terms of the results. The elections really were about the future, and in that regard, we had committed that we will build upon the very successful agenda we had put before the people over the last 5 years, and that for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, the program in large measure will be about how do we build this safer and stronger future in the aftermath of COVID-19. Tonight, as part of the commitment to that safer and stronger future, I am delighted to have with me the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Hilroy Brandy, and our National Security Advisor, Major Stuart Sanders, to be part of this panel, as they are on the front line of the program for delivering the safer future to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. And I think that we should start on a note of commendation to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, to the security force, a note of commendation by the citizens and residents of St. Kitts and Nevis to the security forces who have done such a tremendous job. 2019, we had one of the most significant reduction in major crimes in the country, and 2020 continues so far to be equally significant in terms of the improvement in the security and safety of our country. So to all our security officers who have worked so hard to keep the country safe prior to COVID-19, during COVID-19, and continuing into an election that has received international note, because it was the first general elections, perhaps